Right, welcome ladies and gents. Interesting turn of events. Wasn't quite expecting this news to drop today. I think this is quite interesting. Potentially really good, maybe. Some good elements to it. There is, we read from the title, there's a Ghostbusters animated series. But it's coming to Netflix. Not the best. So this is an exclusive to Variety. Yeah. I mean, there's been animated series before, so I don't know. What do you guys? Just instantly? What do you think? Because again, it's Netflix. They're very hit or miss. Let me know. Let's have a look, shall we? So Netflix greenlights Ghostbusters animated series and taps Elliot Kalin as executive producer, exclusive to Variety. Netflix has greenlit the animated Ghostbusters series, which was first announced in 2022, Variety has learned exclusively from sources. In addition, Variety has also learned that Elliot Kalin has boarded the project as writer and executive producer. So the show was first reported to be in development at the streamer back in June of 2022, so 2 years ago. That's a long time to be in development. I do wonder if they were just waiting to see how these movies fared, just generally speaking. I mean, it wouldn't have been the last; it'd be the most recent one, Frozen Empire, wasn't it? Yeah, it was largely forgettable, but never mind. Exact plot details are still under wraps, but sources say the 3D animated series. So you know what that means, don't you? CGI. Yeah, we all love CGI animation. Not. Netflix has a long habit of doing this. There's very, very little 3D animation that they do that's good. One of the better examples of that at the moment looks to be, although I don't know if you could consider it 3D animation, but that's that Terminator Zero. But anyway, apparently it will be tonally in line with the recent Ghostbusters films. I mean, that should be the case. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. As previously reported, the series hails from Sony Pictures Animation, with Jason Reitman and Gil Keenan of Ghost Core Inc. on board as executive producers. Reitman and Keenan recently co-wrote the live-action features Ghostbusters Afterlife and Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, with Reitman directing the former and Keenan directing the latter. Production on the series will be handled by Netflix and Ghost Core, which is based at Sony's Columbia Pictures. So there's some more here, sorry. I didn't think there was. There was a pretty big gap there in the article. So reps for Netflix and Sony did not immediately respond to Variety's request to comment. Kalin is best known for his time as the head writer on The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. That's not good. That's a bad sign. During his time with the show, he was part of the team that received 7 consecutive Emmy nominations for Best Writing for a Variety series, winning 4. After that, Kalin was the head writer of the Netflix revival of the cult hit series Mystery Science Theater 3000. He's also known for co-hosting the Flophouse podcast and for writing the comic book series Spider-Man and the X-Men. So, look, The Daily Show with Jon Stewart's a big red flag. The rest of it is better, for sure. The rest of it is significantly better. So he's repped by Verve, blah, blah, blah. So interestingly, if you didn't know, ladies and gents, there's obviously been Ghostbusters animated series before. This is the 3rd animated series in the Ghostbusters history. Previously, the real Ghostbusters had 140 episodes, mostly on ABC. And that was between 86 and 91. And that actually continued the adventures of the characters from the original film. It was followed by Extreme Ghostbusters, which aired for 40 episodes. And that show featured a mostly new lineup of characters, though the team was led by Egon Spengler. So, I mean, this is them bulking it all out, isn't it, really? This is them trying to... Well, I don't know, really. I mean, Sony has a pretty good relationship with Netflix. So, presumably, this is just them just working to pass out their content elsewhere, their IPs. I mean, it makes sense. Like this undeniably be good for Sony. Netflix will probably pay a hefty price for this, I'd imagine. Ghostbusters Afterlife, for those that can't remember, premiered November 2021. It was well received by critics and then went on to gross nearly $200 million worldwide against a reported budget of $75 million, which is a bit of a weird one that they chose to greenlight that so quickly. Because it didn't, I mean, that's not like, they didn't massively make, you know, a whole ton of money on that film. I'm not sure how they made money on that film outside of pre-sales elsewhere. Because 75 million budget, you need 150 million to break even. Just on production, then you still got marketing. So looking at that, just raw numbers, it wouldn't have made a great deal of money. However, how Hollywood does their accounting is if they release 2 movies the same year, similar time frame, whatever, is they're both on the same balance sheet. So they will pair up a movie that they believe is going to do poorly with a movie that they believe is going to do absolutely amazing, then it cancels out the one that's done poorly on their accounting balance sheet. Peek behind the curtain on Hollywood accounting for you, everyone. That is legitimately what people do in Hollywood. So, Frozen Empire, obviously premiered this year, earned just over 200 million worldwide against a $100 million budget. So not a great turn of events for the Ghostbusters franchise. There, anyway. So what do you say to this? Ghostbusters animated series. Yay or nay? I think this could be good. I think it's the pre-sales element which is met. And in fairness, if they greenlit this in 2020, oh, didn't greenlight it, but put it into development in 2022, I think this means Sony's actually been pretty smart about venturing out with their IP away from just themselves, right? So they obviously have their own content and things like that they're doing, and they're putting movies in theaters and making good money that way. But they don't have a streaming platform per se. These are one of the companies that's very, very smart and is giving content, selling content away. Sony has essentially won the streaming wars because they didn't partake in it. So any of their content that they make gets a large lease of life elsewhere on platforms that buy it. At a great expense. Like, that wouldn't be cheap. So, hey, look, some good and bad. Netflix is a bad thing. But Ghost Corps is behind it. Ghost Corps is behind it. So that means Reitman, right? Keenan. This could be really, really good because of those things. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't like the 3D animation element. So there you go. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. If you like what I do, please do support me on my Patreon. You can find it linked down below, and there are benefits there. There are exclusive videos and content and things like that. So check it out. It's the link down below. For as little as $5 a month, you can join up. Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye now.